Hello guys, this is ThaxT2K, and this is a video that's on about the price increase of the remote raid passes. And a little bit of a spoiler, it's not the trend of, oh, I'm fully support, of reverted the prices back to it. So if you're here for that, just leave a dislike in the video already. And for those who want to hear my thoughts for it, you're more than welcome to stay. Well, the thing I agree is I do agree it's wrong that they've jacked up the price for the actual tickets for the raid passes. And they should have kept as it is, but I do reckon the limitation is warranted of it though. But then again, yeah, I think there are certain workarounds is for that. But that's if the community is more than willing to have some changes, being made. But ever since it came into Pokemon Go, obviously that's when COVID was a thing, and obviously with that that combined, it's made raiding in person. It's proper killed it. Understandable. Everybody's got lives out there, and other dedications. Yeah, that's a given. But obviously, with this information, it's hit the nail on the head. Where some of them who had spare time would go, "Oh yeah, I'll meet up with the community to meet up, do a raid, even if it's just down the street." It's like, nah, I'll just stick in the house and I'll not bother moving. And that's the thing, with the raid pass. It's made a lot more people lazier. I know there is going to be, someone in the comment section that's going to bring up, say, yeah, but how about people who, disabled, who can't get out, with other commitments like children? It's like, most of that's all fair enough, and, and obviously granted, with this, it's absolutely, mess things up for him. But no, this is where I think Niantic should really implement a free version of this, especially for players who are disabled that either can't get out or obviously other reasons like mental disability. And I think they should have like a check office and make a purely free game of it, where they can get Pokeballs anywhere. Well, they've got unlimited Pokeballs. They can play the game as we play it, and even like game of D-pad, so they can actually move about. But obviously, get the limitations of trades where they can't trade with, like a regular player. Obviously, it keeps that aspect of things. So it removes that exploit of everything. Or yeah, there'll be someone who would exploit the crap out of it. Think, oh, I could play the game for free, but obviously, like with that, obviously this, you won't be able to trade with a standard player. Obviously, let them access all the Pokemon that they can collect. Raids are free, and I'd even let them jump in the raids of a regular team, but obviously it don't count as like the 20 max, like have a subsection for them. So it's a lot more balanced like that. They can participate, and obviously they can do it, but obviously they won't have no IVs for whatever they catch. Yeah, just basically make it enjoyable for them. And there's also the other bit. It's like for people who's in rural areas where they've got absolutely feck all, and obviously I got a big enough community to do a tier 5 raid, comfortably. And I reckon this is where, again, obviously it goes down to obviously judgment, that obviously anybody that's in a low populated area or stuff like that can bypass the 5-man and give them unlimited, compared to somebody who lives in a area full of them, full of gyms and stops, and that and they can't exceed over 5, if you get what I'm saying, or even get to a point where you can only use a raid pass locally or internationally, where the international ones, if it's over, let's say, 40 kilometres over that, you're fine. And now let's say over 10 kilometres, yeah, you'd be fine with that. And anybody within that 10-kilometre zone of where you're standing, but then again that also opens to spoofing as well again. That old chestnut. But there are ways around it. But ever since the remote raids have come in, it's proper killed off the in-person raid. And I was part of a local community that I organised doing in-person raids for, and ever since this group came into our chat, took over, and this is also the time where I was on iPhone and I ended up getting a Samsung phone, so best of both worlds. And I were at a remote raid when that was the thing. Team full up, gym full up of a queue today of 20 people. Myself, and there was excess of 4 people. I banged in group chat, and they said, well, they didn't even look at the chat. They just carried on and went, "Fuck you." I said, "Oh, I didn't see it too late." It's like absolute bollocks, because I learned on how Messenger pops up, and everything else on it, on an Android, and it's don't give me that shit. Out of 20 people that are in there, not one of them decided to go, oh, hold up, yeah, I'll jump out. And that's the thing. There's a load of selfish people out there. That's only in it, for themselves and not the actual community itself. Which is a burden for any community. Even like like it says with the remote passes. Obviously, there's a load of people now that's got so lazy that they won't bother even go out of the house and do some and even do community days or meetups. And obviously, that affects other players who in a rural area who are at work. That's got other commitments on. It affects them and makes everyone's life a lot more of a pain. And it absolutely sucks. But obviously, something that needed doing with the raid pass versus the in-person pass. As you can see on the screen, like the price difference of 100 to 195. Or if you buy like 3 of them, it's 250 versus 225. So you really can get like 6 amount of tickets compared to 3. But I think I've covered everything I wanted to say about it. Obviously, I hope people get chat the people get the voice chat, but I'm literally half and half with this really. I'm kind of glad it's a deterrent and try to get everybody back out again, but obviously I want it to a point where it don't affect people who really need it, than people who don't really need it. People, or even just make a massive change where if you raid in person, the the raid tiers go different. Obviously, have keep the 1 star at 1 star, have the 3 star at 2 star, and have the 5 star at 3 star. And then that will give the people who in person raids a chance to do them when there's nobody else about. And obviously, the other star raids put them at tier 4, where it require about 2 people to do them in person. To balance things out a bit. And obviously, those who use the remote passes just keep things as they are. I don't know how you really got to balance that with if it's a mix of someone who's remote raiding versus someone who. Then again, yes, they can. They just the person who's raiding gets an extra attack bonus. Say, give 50% extra. Then again, that could easily manipulate raids as well. Thinking of it. So going out there, say, oh, send me a raid pass. Oh, send me a raid pass. Now, I reckon they both should be 2 different systems, really with that. Obviously, a lot of Niantic to sort out. But for those who have got to the end of this, thank you ever so much for this ramble. And like I says myself, I really want to see, well, I want best of both worlds. I want people to go out again and raid in person, and I want those who can't get to raids to join in. And just want lazy bastards to actually go out and actually play the game or just quit playing. This has been Thanks T2K. I shall see you next time. Bye bye.